Welcome, Victor, the podcast. I am Doug Ellen.
I am Kevin Dillon.
And I'm Kevin Connolly.
I'm not even sure I'm Doug Ellen anymore, though, because I know you guys know what's happening, but I've been barred from the internet. Instagram.
You're banned.
Doug is
lifetime banned.
Shadowbanned.
I don't even know what is happening, but we've got live shows coming up. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to lie to anyone out there. The word's got to get out because the ticket sales, it ain't the Led Zeppelin reunion tour.
Right. It's not. They're not exactly selling like Billy Joel tickets. That's for sure.
Well, it's early, guys.
It's early, but we still have to push. And listen, look, very simple. Anybody out there that is planning on coming to the show, and we will not let you down. Kevin Dillon will be in the house.
Yes, I will.
Buy your tickets.
Yeah, you got to get them
Don't
early.
wait till the last minute.
You know, the thing is that really, you understand. The podcast is doing great. That doesn't mean that people even understand what's going to happen, that they want to drive an hour, pay money.
Well, they don't have to drive an hour. A lot of people on Long Island.
I'm just saying, whatever it is. So we got to let you know that it's going to be a fun night.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. We will not disappoint the crowd.
We might even do a little partying afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, the VIP experience will be real. It will be very real.
So but anyway.
So come by. Maybe we'll have some drinks afterwards.
Some bevies.
Yeah, Dylan will have a lot of drinks.
Bevies.
Fun.
A couple Irish crickets.
We will be doing Irish crickets. Kev.
I
will be
for
with
sure.
Yeah.
So
let's
more than
not
your share.
jump ahead of this.
Yeah, no,
let's not. Okay, so Doug was suspended from Instagram, which would be like the equivalent of like I think Doug would rather have somebody confiscate his car.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, my house.
Right.
I mean, like I feel like
they hit you where it hurts.
It's like John Gruden was thrown out of the NFL or resigned, whatever. But some of the shit he did is so egregious and said, I didn't do anything. I mean,
what are your theories? So Dylan will appreciate
How long has this been going on for? When did you get banned?
It was like 5 days ago. So here's what happened. Scott Venner.
5 days. You must be
music
going out of your
supervisor.
Dying.
He cannot go a minute without looking at his Instagram.
Scott Venner, music supervisor to the Stars.
And your friend for 20 million years.
Yeah, but that's almost irrelevant. But he, I posted a pickleball video, which you guys know how fucking good I am at this sport. You guys know well.
By the way, I played since we last saw each other, and I was pretty damn good. I was. I did in Chicago. I'm ready. I want a piece of you.
I watched you. You got a ways to go for Doug.
What?
But I watched you.
You were drunk.
Wait, how did you watch him play pickleball?
Because I was at the tournament.
After I played 18 holes of golf, I jumped on a pickleball court and I smoked some guy.
All right, so
we'll get there.
Let's get a little focused. But is there video of you playing this pickleball?
No.
There should have been.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me say what I said to Venner, what I said to Kevin Dillon in ping pong 15 years ago. I said to Venner on Instagram, and
in the comment section,
and I'm saying it to you right now, Kevin Dillon. I will beat you, Scott Venner, in pickleball using a phone as opposed to a racket.
But what Doug
You've done it to me before. So.
What Doug said is, I'll beat you with my phone. So some algorithm at Instagram picked up and read it as a threat.
Oh, my God.
So I got a warning.
So I got flagged.
I get a warning.
Oh, my God.
But I kind of laughed it off, and I was like, no big deal. So then, like a week later, This is
where it gets dicey.
Someone wrote something nasty to me, which happens all the time. And now, to be totally honest with you, it's become a little bit of like my shtick. Someone writes something nasty, I trash them, and usually the person goes, I'm just messing around with you.
I want to get a response out of you.
Yeah, so I wrote something that I know 100% was not 1/1,000th as bad as some of the things I see on Instagram every day.
What'd you say, Doug?
I can't.
You can't say.
It did whatever. Like your dog is ugly. I looked at your page. Like Doug went on the which
I never ever have told anyone their dog is ugly. Connolly has. I've told him his girlfriend might have been ugly. Whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
All of a sudden, the account just evaporates. Like it starts spinning, and it says the warning comes up.
What do you mean spinning?
There was a spinning.
Yeah,
oh my
you're
God.
in trouble, bro.
It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, where like the world just overturned.
Wow. Now I'm gonna tell Dylan this. I know you don't think I just think it's something that we have to consider.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dylan, the short version of the story is the guys that created Billions, Doug pitched a hedge fund show.
Let me be very clear about this explanation, though.
Okay,
not Doug pitched. I had an idea to do a show about hedge funds. I liked the movie Rounders. So I got those guys to write a script called Hedge for HBO that they were paid for. Ultimately, HBO passed on that show. A year later, I met a guy named Andrew Ross Sorkin who works at CNBC, and he had an idea he wanted to do about hedge funds. So I said, why don't I put you together with those guys, and maybe we can rework that HBO show? And basically, I never heard back from anybody, even though I called them up and said, I want you guys all together. And they said, great idea. I never heard back until I saw Billions on the air. Again, crystal clear.
Wow.
Well, Doug does have receipts as well. You do have articles.
Listen, I'm not even spending my time on me proving that. What I'm saying is, this is not about plagiarism. They didn't steal. They wrote every word of it. God bless them. This is about what a producer does. And I did what a producer did, and I should have been credited as a producer on that. By the way, as
Doug feels
Mark,
Doug feels like they backdoored him.
no,
right?
I want to be clear. I don't feel like this is not about feelings. This is about facts. That's what life
At least a special thanks in the credits.
And
or
by the way,
something, you know what I mean?
Mark Wahlberg and Levinson were producers on that as well. We sold that together. So now I know they probably like, we can't do a show with all these big producers because we're not going to get paid or whatever it is. So again, I want nothing from any of these people except the world to know this is what you need to be careful about in this town. You need to watch your back, and people you think are your friends or your buddies, can often be full of shit. Again, I don't need to talk about it anymore. I want nothing from them. If you like Billions, God bless you. I could care less. I've never seen it.
But so we're not talking about that. We're talking about what might have led to the ban. So, and this is just my conspiracy theory. So, Doug does his other podcast, Hollywood Ways, and
which
Doug
is growing nicely.
Doug was like sort of on you were on tilt or whatever, and Doug was basically like, fuck these guys, whatever. And he kind of, as a throwaway, said, fuck these guys. They can fucking burn in hell for all I care, right? So what do? That's the clickbait, right? That's the headline that Doug said that. But it's completely taken out of context.
Yeah, I mean, I said burn in hell in such a light manner.
Yeah.
I said it's over.
I don't care, whatever they can, whatever, burn in hell. But my theory is that maybe somebody at Showtime, I don't know. It just
Connolly believes Showtime had me.
I don't know, Kev. I think they got better things to do than.
I don't know, man. That could be a problem.
I'm 100% sure it was
that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure it's this algorithm thing. The first thing is they thought I threatened to beat someone, but. What I'll say is, and you and I know Kevin and 50 Cent, who I love, but
50 Cent is he buries people on Instagram.
Yeah,
and they don't do anything to him.
I've seen him threaten to legitimately hurt people on Instagram and post their pictures and whatever.
He gets away with it. But you don't.
Doug has been deplatformed.
I've been deplatformed. They've silenced me, and it's very scary.
So I'm a little worried about selling tickets now because you post more than any of us. We really need you.
Well,
you got to help me with my Instagram. Maybe.
I will help you with your Instagram, but the big thing is as I've said from the beginning, you guys are the stars. You guys are the things people really want to see, especially live. I mean, they want to meet you. They want to take pictures with you.
We're going to do all that.
So we're doing it.
We're going to do all that stuff.
We're going out drinking with the New Yorkers.
But my new thing is once I do get my account back on Instagram, you can say whatever you want to me.
You're going to turn over a new leaf.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm going to turn over. I am not going to respond in a nasty way, no matter what anybody says. So you're going to have free reign to write all the nasty shit to me. And all I'm ever going to say is, again, I'm sorry that you're sad. That's all I'm ever going to say to anybody.
Yeah, right. Let's see if this works out.
And you also, you're quick to throw me. I haven't battled on Instagram
yes, you have.
In years.
You told the guy his dog was ugly less than a month ago.
But I did that in the comment section. I did it in the comments. I'm talking about. I think the DMs, like the exchanging nasty DMs, is where. Well, I wonder about.
The last thing I'll say about it is that I really don't want to spend any more time on it. I have never
Shadowbanned.
Gone after anybody. I've only responded to nasty stuff people have said. Again, people have told me to burn in an oven, and I'm a dirty Jew.
Right.
I have often posted those people's comments and said to people, "Look, it's out." I've actually found some people. One kid who wrote really insane stuff to him. I found people who knew him. I called his work and I said, "I want to get on the phone with this guy." And this guy, do you know what he said? He apologized. He said, I am a blackout drunk. I have no recollection of this, and I apologize. Now, I don't know why someone would get drunk like Mel Gibson and start screaming about Jews unless they have some problem while they're not drunk. But that's what happened. And
he just came clean and said, honestly, I don't even remember writing that, basically.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm a fan. I'm a this. And,
Mel is sober now. And
right?
doing
yeah,
great.
but I don't even want to debate it. As we all know, there's a lot of mental illness out there. There's a lot of addiction out there. And people can say things that they don't necessarily mean whatever it is.
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
But most of
it's good for you for communicating with that guy. And did you leave it with him semi?
I let it. I spoke to his boss and I said, listen, you know, he did not lose his job.
Good.
I said, listen, this kid needs some help, number one. And number two, he needs some education on what type of things are really kind of insanely inappropriate to say in any context. And that's why I'll say nothing I've said. Most of what I do, that I was upset about, obviously. But most of what I do, if like someone calls me ugly or says my writing sucks, I really don't get upset about it. Right. I really don't. I write back and whatever it is, especially they're following me. Like we've been off the air for 10 years. If someone's following me, they can't hate me quite as much as they say they do. But so we'll move on from that. Hopefully my account will be back. But really, if you don't want Kevin Connolly, because I can walk around Long Island and nobody knows who I am. Connolly, if this thing doesn't sell out.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling a little heat.
And you should, because I'll take care of Westchester.
Are you going to sell out Portchester?
How many seats?
I don't know.
I think I'll do it right.
I think the Dillon family's pretty big, but I don't know.
Well, we need some creative stuff, and I don't want to interfere with the
just so you
Islanders.
know, we're going to be, for these live shows, we're covering Season 4, Episode 1, Welcome to the Jungle, which is the making of Medellin.
Oh, yeah, sure. Give
So
yourself
that'll
the best episode.
Well, that actually is a good
It's going to be
episode.
great.
But the question is, what length are you guys willing to go to sell this thing out? What
There's
if we-
nothing I wouldn't do to sell out.
Well, this is
And
what
I
I
do
think
mean
we
nothing.
do. Are you ready?
We do?
That's
gross.
That's disgusting.
Connolly and Dillon, we stick you outside of the UBS arena with a sign. And we if all we have
Also,
to do,
too, and last thing I'm going to say about the Islanders part of it. First of all, to anybody
so just so
listening-
everyone knows, same night as opening night of the new Islanders arena.
Right. Now, I could use that as an excuse because I believe that that's a good...
No excuses.
There's no excuses.
Scoreboard, all that matters.
Yeah, right. So, but two things. Obviously, I did not plan that. It's just the way that it happened. I would never have done that.
Still making excuses.
But also, just for the record, the next day, the Islanders are playing the Toronto Maple Leafs, where we will be there, and it's going to be a better game
All
anyway.
right, so
I'm just
Connolly
saying.
is making the argument that that's a better game, and everyone who's going, all I'm saying is what everyone needs to understand out there, if you're listening to us and you're a fan of this, we are asking you, spread the word. It's going to be a fun night. And
We can guarantee a good show. We guarantee a
Ranger
tight,
fans are coming, right?
you would think.
There's no Ranger game.
No
right?
Ranger game.
Okay,
But it's
good.
we're going to do a tight 80, 90 minutes, and then we're going to hit the bar. Dylan's
ju-
going to
you know
put
what
on
the
a clinic.
tragedy
I'm
is
doing
a-
shots with everyone. Oh, man, I'm going
the
to
tragedy is a week earlier, we've got Islander players coming to this event. We've got them helping us market it and sell it.
We need a special guest for the Long Island event. Can you call Billy Joel?
You know what? I
would be
actually
great.
tried. You know what happened is we got
He's performing at the Islander game.
we have a publicist. You know, I had dinner with Billy Joel and his ex-wife, with my ex-wife, like 10 years ago. Just a dinner. So this publicist sent me a thing. He's like, do you want Billy Zane? Do you want Billy Joel for the show? Now, I love Billy Zane too.
Billy Zane's great.
But I was like, I'd love to get Billy Joel. All of a sudden, he texts me. He's like, hey, Billy,
You got put on a group text with Billy Zane instead of Billy Joel?
instead of Billy Joel,
Wow.
and I've never met Billy Zane. So the publicist put me on this group text, and he's like, Billy, I know you know Doug Ellen, you had dinner in a while. And then I start writing to this guy who I think is Billy Joel, which
Oh, my God.
I know we had dinner together, but I'm still like, does Billy Joel have any recollection of who the fuck I am? So I'm like, hey, Billy, long time
be a
fan.
big shot, dude.
yeah.
You started singing to
I
him?
hope you didn't insult him in any way.
Well, I just made a lot of exactly what Connolly's saying, like little stupid, like, hey, piano man. And Billy Zane was just like,
Billy
who
Zane's
the
like, what's
fuck
wrong?
are
Who
you?
the fuck is this guy? What is
He's
wrong
never
with you?
seen Entourage. He's like, wait, that's the show that Connolly couldn't get Leo on? So Billy Zane from Titanic fame is a great actor.
And by the
Great
way,
actor.
Billy Zane's a good dude, too. I met him a few
Great
times.
guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a Long Islander.
We should get
Is
Billy.
Billy Zane a Long Island guy?
I didn't know that either.
No,
but-
I didn't say he was.
Okay, I thought because you
He
said
may
Billy
have-
Joel's the Long Island guy.
Right. Talk about excuses. Can you get Billy Joel or not? Get on the horn. With
I'm
Billy
trying. I look.
Hey,
I would-
DB Sweeney's in town. He's a Long Island guy.
I love
right
DB.
now.
We got to get DB Sweeney out on the course.
I
We
love
gotta try to get him out to
DB
Mountain
as
Game.
well. Well, someone we actually have to get who I DM'd today, which I need. This is why I'm telling you. Now, just so everyone knows, yes, I DM'd. The Victory podcast is still alive and well. Hollywood Ways podcast. So I DM'd Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh, yeah.
But I have
Because he's in the new Halloween movie.
Yeah. He's
you
a
have
buddy
his
of mine.
number?
I think I got his number.
Get
right
him
now.
on the
Right now?
Well, not right now, but
No,
like,
but
let's
like
get him.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could get a hold of him.
Let's
we need you to do that. That's
He's
so-
an old friend of mine. We go way back.
all
like
hands
30
on
years,
deck,
something.
guys. We need everything. You know what Connolly needs to do? How we sell out Long Island in 5 seconds is Machio. He's like
Machio's going to
ooh.
be at the UBS.
Yeah, I know. Machio, I think, actually was quoted as saying, those idiots are trying to compete with the Islanders opening night. I mean,
Well, if we get one of the Baldwin brothers, would be nice too. They're Long Island.
They're all going to the Islander game.
Anyone
They're
would-
going to the
They're
Islander
all going. Come on. Probably
So,
Ranger fan.
Where to begin? Dylan and I, we went, okay.
You're talking about the Eli Manning.
Well, let's take it back to Chelios and pickleball in
all
Chicago.
right, but you guys, let me set the stage. So everyone who listens to the podcast know 10 years ago, Eli Manning blew me off to do the show. Tom Brady replaced him. It's been an uncomfortable thing for me for years because I'm such a diehard
yeah,
Giant
you
fan.
guys are diehard Giant fans, so it hurt you in a special way. As a Dolphins fan, I was like indifferent.
But we got Eli Manning starting his new show and tearing it up on Monday Night Football. They reached out to us and wanted us to be on the show and to make peace, which of course I'm thrilled to do. Like I don't hold any grudge whatsoever. So we're supposed to do, and I am I wrong, Dylan? You set this up, did you not? Like that's
No.
how this up. Who set this up?
They called. They wanted
Who
to
did
get
they
us.
call?
They
Like,
called
It
Scotty.
might have came
I
through.
think they
okay.
called Scotty.
I was
or
thinking
Gary.
maybe
They
Lisa
called-
had something to do with it, but I don't know.
All right, so we're supposed let's just lay it out for everybody. A week ago, we're supposed to do Eli Manning on Victory, us on Eli Manning's show. I'm just an employee here. I'm
Right.
told to show up, and the night before, I'm told it's canceled because
So
Dylan is at a
what-
charity
what
event.
They
happened?
do their show on a Wednesday. And me and Kevin Connolly, we're both good friends with Chris Chelios. We said we would do his charity golf event in Chicago,
Okay.
which is on a Tuesday.
But I said to Dylan, I said, Dylan, we got Eli on Wednesday, and Dylan was like, all right, we'll just fly out on the last flight on Tuesday night. We'll play our round, and we'll go right to the airport. Now we're on the flight, flying to Chicago. And the text message comes in, and it's the itinerary from the Chelios tournament. And Dylan and I are teeing off at 1:30.
And we're supposed to be doing Eli at 1:30.
1:30
No,
to 2, somewhere in there. So there's no
the
way
tee
we can
times are
even,
at 1:30, so we're not going to make the last flight out of Chicago to be there the next day.
we would have to miss the golf tournament. I mean, we'd have to walk off
Yeah,
the
no,
golf.
we had a Chelios thing. We just
It
just
sounds
was one
like a
of those
planes,
things.
trains, and automobiles sequel, but
It's
there was
rare to have a tea time that late at a charity event.
Yeah, they're
they're
usually-
like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Most times they're like annoyingly early.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Go
So
out and you have a
either
couple
way,
drinks the night before.
who realizes we're not making Eli? Who cancels Eli? And
Well, we both realized that we were
got
like,
it.
what
on
are we
the
going to
plane.
do, bro?
We got it on the plane. So we said, all right, we're gonna punt it to the next week. They
let's
weren't.
see if we could push it.
Let's see if we could push it to next.
All right.
Punt's a bad football reference, but we push it to the next week.
Not
they agree.
realizing that I actually already
Have another
committed myself. I didn't look at my schedule. I had committed myself for another charity golf event, the Schultz event, which was up in Napa.
So what you don't
Sonoma,
realize,
actually.
Dylan raises $250 million a year doing charity golf tournaments every single week.
I do try, and it's a way I could get back and have a great time too.
What happens was it's going to be 10:30, 11 o'clock or whatever it is. It was 11 o'clock was when we were supposed to record with Eli.
The following week.
I had a 9 o'clock flight.
Dylan has a 9 o'clock flight.
It said wheels up at 9, so I could still maybe make it.
Well, wait,
it's only a
we're-
1 hour flight.
We're confusing people because we're not clear. We're not combining the same week. So now we're in the following week. And by the way, Eli says he will read the script that Tom Brady
We're gonna do
ultimately
the scene.
did. So he's going to play the part, and Dylan's going to do it. So me, I go searching through the garbage of my life essentially to find that original script of Eli Manning. I sent it to everybody because look, as I said, I'm just an employee. I'm told this is what we're doing, and
Dylan
I
and
get it.
Eli reading this scene would have been funny.
It would have been huge, and it would have been good promotion for the Long Island event that is not sold out. So then what happens is Connolly calls me the night before, and he says, I don't want you to get too crazy, but Dylan's at a golf tournament in Napa. And I'm pretty smart with timelines.
Well, you're a big Napa guy, so you know what that flight is. Here's the thing. So Dylan's.
I knew it was going to be close.
It was wheels up at 9:00 on the plane.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Napa is almost always fogged in. Like the odds of taking off at 9 are.
Well,
I don't want to say any names, but some actors were a little late to the plane. It was
if
a
that
private
flight
jet.
took off at 9:00, you would have been here. At
Yes. I think I would have made it.
Yeah,
It
I
would have
agree.
been. It would have been real close.
I also didn't realize, we do a podcast. And these guys show up an hour, half hour late, 45 minutes late half the time. It's not a big deal. But with Eli, he's got it's like a real show. They have to get a real show.
Right.
Like we're not.
But it is.
yeah,
But
I mean,
they have a set. They're more on camera. We're audio heavy, and
Yeah.
they got a whole.
But I
set
actually
going.
said a couple of things to Eli, and maybe Dylan, this was part of it subconsciously. We had Meta World Peace, Ron Artest on the show, and Steven Jackson in the Malice in the Palace documentary said he saw Ron Artest run up into the stands to fight, and he's like, "That's my boy. I'm taking care of him."
Were you defending Doug's honor, but freezing out Eli? That's what we.
Doug, I
suspected.
would love to say I was defending your honor, but to be honest, I love Eli. I feel horrible about this.
told
because,
Eli.
I mean, he's one of my favorite football players of all time.
I told him that. I
Well,
said,
LT,
Eli,
him and LT,
I said,
Lawrence
Eli, for
Taylor.
whatever it's worth, Dylan loves you. But it just sounds like, we're making excuses. But then
Let's talk about those
call it what it
moments.
is.
But I'm going to do a show. I believe we rescheduled for when we
Right.
go out to
Well,
New York.
you'll be in there.
I'm going to be in his studio.
In studio.
And hopefully
let's-
you will too. Maybe we could all kind of...
Well, let's talk about what you missed, KD. So we
It was
do
aw-
the interview.
I mean, it was awkward,
We
bro.
legitimately have Eli Manning, two-time Super Bowl champion, who now has this hot Monday Night Football show. He's sitting on the Zoom for 40 minutes, and I am not joking. He's just going, is he there yet?
yeah.
Because he doesn't care about us
Yeah,
whatsoever.
he doesn't. Yeah,
yeah.
He doesn't care. And we had your cardboard cutout there, which might have made
What happened to my cutout, man?
Well, we burned it after.
the cardboard cutout might have made things worse. I don't know, but we just tried.
We punted.
We tried. But
Meanwhile, I was driving 1 billion miles
I
per
knew
hour
it,
trying to
too.
get here. I was so stressed out. But
I just whatever we tried to do to get back on track, we just couldn't.
But there
get
were some good highlights, and I hope they're going to air
I
that.
don't know, man. That might be an unairable episode.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know.
well, I'll tell you what. Let's all do it in New York when we go back.
I don't
to
know
New
if we're going to
York.
be
We do
invited
this.
back. I have no
And it
idea what's
felt-
going
No,
on.
I think we're scheduled to do it. I believe. I got to talk to Lisa.
I would
Gary
imagine
says
so.
we are. I hope
Yeah,
so.
I mean that would be great if
So,
we could do
but-
it at his home turf.
But the highlights were because Eli, I'm not shy. I was like, Eli, you screwed us over. What happened? And he goes, well, I thought it was going to be one day. And then I'm told it's like 3 or 4. And, I was playing football. I said, well, so is Tom Brady. And he's won 5 Super Bowls since he appeared on the show. So it might have been the right move. But we're all good. I hope we can get on that thing. I hope they air it because I actually had a good time doing it, even though it was weirdly uncomfortable.
I felt strangely uncomfortable, and then remember we're doing the Zoom, so we're kind of looking at them on a little screen. It just I don't know. I felt like every time none of my jokes landed. I mean, I felt flat.
What a surprise that is! No, I
Exactly.
can't.
But I did say to him,
dude, I was like Kev. I was like 0 for 5. I thought I tried to.
I did say to him, though, I was like, David Deal, who we put in the movie, Super Bowl champ, Hall of Fame lineman for the Giants who protected Eli for years. I said, Eli, what do you do if Deal didn't show up for the game? What do you do? And he looked at me like, what do you mean? Of course he would show up for the game. It would never happen. So I was like,
Yeah, no, there was a couple of things where I was like, well, it didn't really. I don't know. I feel like I missed on my Dolphins joke. I don't know. It just I was off my game. I think part of me was hoping you were going to come blasting. in the
Yeah, I
dark.
was running for the door.
So let's take a couple of minutes and focus on Dylan. All right. Basically, we know Dylan was promised things by the powers that be at Action Park Media. Essentially, this was more of a hobby than a professional job. So that's not blaming you for anything, just telling you what it is.
Here's another thing too. I got lost on the way here because I've never been to this new studio.
Right.
So I'm driving from the valley, and
Are we ready to throw this actor under the bus? I think
No.
if you don't want to do it.
no.
All right, there
'cause
was
they didn't know what my situation
but
was.
forget it.
It's-
Let's
But it's
move on
45
from
minutes. No, listen, man. When you're on a private plane and there's a plane full of people waiting, it's pretty fucking bold.
You know
to
what?
be 45 minutes
It was
late.
a 20-minute late thing, but then we missed our window to.
All right,
you know
let's
what
move
I mean?
on from that. The fact is, everybody out there, we've all are not rich enough to have our own planes, but we're lucky enough that people have invited us on their planes. There is always a jerk off who's late, and that's why it sucks to have to live off of other people, but that's where we're at. But let's move forward now. This giant Action Park Media Studio now, which really is a fabulous place, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Downstairs I was talking
yeah,
to
we were
condos.
talking about
Downstairs, there's legitimately a basement like
I haven't
whoever's
been down there yet.
Whoever's seen Parasite, there's a cage down
Somebody
there.
else referenced Parasite. Somebody else referenced
I
Parasite.
think I
Did
might
you
have
get a
been-
Parasite vibe down there?
Yeah, because I think so. Dylan, who was just homeless because he was looking for a new home, I thought we could put Dylan in that cage. Okay?
Lock
You want
him
to
in.
cage me in, don't you?
So
Lock
here's
him
what
in.
I wanted to talk about, though, KD. I said to Kevin and I are obsessed with true crime. Connolly's got a bunch of true crime podcasts. I said, if we drug Dylan like they do in Squid Game,
Give me some good drugs, dude.
we threw him in the cage and we're like, you don't get to eat until we get your best performance on a podcast.
I get starved right now. You started so damn early.
My question, though, Kevin, how quickly and who is the first person that notices Kevin Dillon is missing? So today, is it the real Don Johnson? Is it your daughter?
My buddy Chris Wynn would be like, "Where the hell are you, bro?"
Because we talked about that. I mean, obviously now with Zulai and the baby, it's different. But there was a time not that long ago where if I was locked in the cage downstairs, I don't know. The housekeeper.
It could be a couple days.
It could be a couple days. But how long
My
before
under-over on
somebody
Dylan
goes?
was 4 days.
How long before somebody goes, yo, have you heard from Kevin? I
One
said,
day,
I feel
bro.
like.
One day, Chris would be like, "What? Where are you, bro?" 1 or 2 days. He might say, "I think, oh, maybe he got,
And
Got
at
him.
one
Maybe he
point,
got
maybe he
himself.
hooked up or something."
like obviously Connolly's got Zulai baby. So if you don't, you or I, Sarah Sanders, if you don't show up at home
Right.
one night, she's calling the cops.
Well, not one night. I mean, it'd be a quick call. But before I met Zulai, it could have been till the housekeeper got there.
Right.
Because also my people
Until
know
the body starts to stink, you're like,
right? People in my life know that it's not weird if I don't talk to a bunch of people for a couple days. Kev, you got to be the same way a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
right? It wouldn't be weird to not.
Yeah,
Connolly-
I don't
Connolly
think anyone
didn't-
would flip out if I was gone for a couple days. He'd be like, "Hey, probably, yeah."
Connolly did not
Irish
respond.
flu.
Yeah.
Connolly did not respond to a text of mine for 6 months after I told him that he was unable to direct the scene at Yankee Stadium. 6 months. But Kevin,
Violated DGA rules.
this
So
guy,
that-
Chris, at what point do you think, obviously he's looking for you, he's concerned.
I
How
think I'm on
quickly
the
is he calling authorities?
not authorities. He calls Lisa Gallen.
Yeah, he's gonna probably work the phones with other guys I know. He's
Right.
Be like, "Hey, have you seen Dylan?"
I
around?
feel
What
like
the hell's
I'm in.
going on?"
I feel like I'm in the early round of Dylan missing. I do. Maybe not. I'm call 7. I'm call 7 or 8.
This is a great reboot idea.
But of
by the
course,
way.
you have the key to the cage unlocked. You got.
I'll be like, oh, I know where he is.
you guys
We got
don't
him.
get too close to the cage. He bites.
He's so hungry.
I'm just picturing Dylan like the Gimp in Pulp Fiction down there below. We could put a fucking gag
Yo,
ball in his mouth.
by the way,
I'll come out here angry on the
Yo,
podcast.
and-
you guys have me chained to the wall.
and no joke, dude, you go down there, it's scary. We have to put tape on it because you could get locked in there. I'm like, yo, that would be talk about a horror movie. You could get locked into that thing, and I don't know. I guess we're here, so we'd start.
I don't know if
I'm
you'd
not
hear him.
scared. What I want down there is, can you guys set up a king size bed for me so I can crash in
By the way,
Hollywood?
we might have
once
to
in
have
while?
a cot out here.
This drive is killing me, man.
You could make a nice studio apartment for Dylan to stay down there. I don't think it's a bad idea because we all know
Dude,
we
if
want
this
him
place had a
on here.
shower, forget about it. People could live here.
Do you not think that Kevin Dillon
I
is
could
not
build-
capable of installing a shower? That's what
I
I'm
could
saying.
build
I'd do
a
it.
shower. As long as is there plumbing down there? If there's plumbing, I will put a shower up in 45 minutes. This place is big. I don't know how many rooms. I can't even, I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost in here. But I think you guys could probably set up a little mattress for me somewhere around
Yeah, maybe
here,
we
right?
do like
So
a
I can-
Murphy bed.
when we get these early calls.
We're talking about
These
It's an
are
early
early
call today.
talking
man.
about plumbing though, and I don't want to throw Dylan under the bus. I don't know what happened. All I know is He came, he went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I followed him in, and the thing is
it overflowing?
What are you
It's
talking about? I told you the bathroom was having problems.
all I'm telling you is
you
what
were
happened.
the last man.
No,
fleeing
someone
the
else
scene
was
of the
in there
crime.
because it was a little stinky when I went in
Stock
there.
Tip Dave.
I think it was Stock Tip.
By the way, Stock Tip Dave.
I don't know what he's been eating,
He
but it was a
spends
little
lot
rough
of time
in there.
He does not like a healthy eater, so it's probably Stock Tip Dave. But either way, we just got to get it fixed. Dave's like, the toilet's clogged. I'm like, so fucking unclog it, bro.
I mean,
call somebody.
Can we get some paper towels too?
Yeah,
I mean,
right. Listen,
that's
we've
like
been-
I got to wipe
Action
my
Park Media
hands
is
and my
becoming
socks.
famous for. You wash your hands, and then you look around, there's no towels. And Stock
We've
Tip,
been here for a week.
Stock Tip says the same thing every time.
And
I
I'm
said,
like, Kevin, with paper towels, he's like, use your socks, bro.
no, but you know what Stock Tip says every time? I go, there's no paper towels. He goes, no, there are. I just have to put them in the bathroom. He says it every week.
Every time, so put him in the bathroom.
And the good news,
I would-
Action Park Media has 3 bathrooms. So.
Wow, I got to try one of the other ones because I'm sick of wiping my hands and my jeans.
There's still no paper towels. Listen,
No PT.
Look, this is the last.
But by the way, I did fix the plumbing in there.
You did. How did
No,
you?
I don't know. It seems to be working now.
Dylan stuck his hand all the way down.
Well, you know,
that
if
thing.
you don't have a plunger in a pinch, you can use your hand as a plunge.
Are you out of your fucking mind? What?
I mean,
You
you
can.
can. You can do it.
The pinch would have
just-
to be like
No,
I
you
haven't.
can- no,
you
eaten
just
in
push
3
down.
months
I
before
mean,
I stuck my hand
You
in
got
the
to
toilet.
create suction at the
Yes,
bottom.
it's
at the
it's
base.
actually the pushing down more than the upward stroke.
Maybe I'm a little more privileged than you guys, but I've never stuck my hand down the toilet. to
You've
try
never
to-
worked a hard day of work in your life.
Listen, I honestly listen. Look, the evidence is all pointing one direction, and it's Stock Tip Dave. Now he's a little guy.
Where's that best?
He's a little guy, but I think he spends a lot of time.
Now
in that
I
room.
would rather take Stock Tip
He's a
Dave
little guy, but
and shove him in the toilet than stick my hand in the toilet.
he takes a big stool, huh? For a little guy.
for a little guy who's got a weak stomach.
Let's go back
Spends
to
a lot
let's
of
go back to this reboot idea for a second. And
And
let's,
can we-
That's like a bear.
Can we get an air freshener?
Let's riff
Dave,
on
while
this
you're
for a minute.
picking up the paper
Oh, my
towels.
goodness.
let's
All
riff
right,
on this for a minute. Do you see a reboot idea with Dylan? We open up, Johnny Drama has gone missing.
True crime.
Who's the first person that actually calls authorities out of the group? Turtle, Vince, Drama. Who's like, how
Vince.
quickly?
Vince is the one that cares.
Yeah, but I think that Vince puts E up to it and says, E, listen, I
Yeah,
think it's time. that
find
you
my
call-
brother.
Call
Is it
the,
a
call
day?
the local authorities?
Is it a week? Like how quick? Are they like what? Okay, so Johnny
Well, that's a
Drama.
great-
Yeah,
that's-
Turtle might be a
By
little.
the way, that's a great example. If any of the guys went missing, they by the end of the night,
well,
if they were unaccounted for.
does
Johnny-
Drama have his own apartment, or is he
Johnny
with
Drama's
the?
got a hot date. He's met a girl on Tinder or he's met a guy on Grindr.
They'll give him
whatever it
3
is.
days. They're like, oh, he must be really hooking up, right?
Yeah, and so then
he must be fucking like a puma.
That's what he does.
we got Turtle investigating, trying to find. That's what I think would happen. E would say Turtle go investigate.
No, if he's got a hot date, you give him a few days because who knows. But when you look at it in the context of the show, if any one of the guys was missing for 24 hours, there'd be a full search party out there.
I know I've seen this movie and I can't remember what it was. The guy goes out on a date and the girl, or is this real life shit? Like she handcuffs him like the cage downstairs. Dylan gets into some kinky shit with her.
Gerald's Game. Are you talking about Gerald's
I don't
Game?
know.
With
I
Carla
don't know
Gugino?
what is it?
Gerald's Game.
Carla?
Carla
I don't
is
know
in it.
this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But she handcuffs him to the bed, right? And leaves.
Right. No, she's handcuffed to the bed. And like in a kinky, it's a good movie. It's on Netflix. It's with
Well,
Carla.
also like Room is similar to that, where she's basically locked in this room. Imagine Drama. I know it's not the right tone of the show. I get it, but Drama's like he's basically a hostage situation,
It's
but nobody
definitely not
wants
the right
anything.
tone. Definitely not the right tone.
I think Dylan could make it funny. You don't think Dylan locked in this room would be
Like,
hilarious?
yeah,
That'd be good. That'd
it would
be
be
good.
like a true crime. Yeah, it'd be blurring the lines a bit.
See, the thing we could do though at Action Park Media, we got all of our sound, camera equipment. We put them in for a week, shoot it as a reality show. We see what happens. Dylan, would you be willing to do that?
I will bust through that cage and put it in there for
We
a week.
could lock-
How strong is that cage? I don't know.
we could lock everybody up and see who lasts the longest.
I like
before
a
they-
Survivor.
before
There
they
we go.
break. Before
There
they
we go.
break.
Well, because kind of why I'm talking about a little bit of this. Not that I'm
We'll
leading
start
in this
eating
way.
each other. Put us all in one cage.
Who would eat
See
who
who
first?
survives the.
Who would eat who first?
I wouldn't eat Stock Tip Dave
Well-
after what he's been doing in the bathroom.
And the
We're
shame
gonna have to
of it-
draw straws. Whoever draws.
And the shame of it, season 1, they're eating turtle. Like everyone's like, sorry, turtle, but that's what we got to do. But by season, Vince is probably the doughiest guy out of the crew.
Jesus Christ.
You're too
Jesus
lean.
Christ.
Last thing, is anyone watching Squid Games?
No.
No,
All right, I gotta get you guys to watch it.
It's
I
hard.
don't
I
know
got
to
a
watch.
baby. My nights are different. My
All right,
nights.
well,
are
anyone who's out
All right.
there watching, it's a violent show, and
Right.
what's going on?
Everybody
So-
loves it. It's like the trending. It's like the Netflix show of the moment.
So
So I'm
what
gonna
else-
I'm gonna get to it. In closing again. We're not gonna beat, or maybe we are beating a dead horse. We're gonna straighten this out with Eli. Eli, if you're
Yes.
listening,
We love you, bro.
we apologize.
I especially apologize.
Yes, you should. It was
your fault.
It was a super awkward interview. We apologize. We're gonna straighten this out.
Here's
with
a
Eli
great
Manning.
idea that helps everybody. You know what we do to make it up for Eli? We invite him to the Long Island show. That gives us.
Yeah, right.
Right, yeah, I'm
He's
sure
that'd be him doing us a favor.
Right.
Well, I was going to say we paid for the tickets, but I guess that's not much of a thing.
Yeah,
but
no, that's not gonna.
Well, we could all wear Eli Manning jerseys.
I like
maybe
that.
in
I
some
mean-
way. Into
I don't know. I have a feeling that Eli now, which is so sad because I've been mad at him for 10 years, and
Now
now he's mad at me.
I think his feelings are probably a little hurt, but look, it happened. That's over. So, in closing, again, the
sorry, I'm
Huntington,
so charitable.
No.
I'm a charitable guy. Come on.
November 20th, the Paramount Theater, Huntington, Long Island. If
December
you're
2nd,
listening,
the Wilbur Theater, Boston.
in Boston,
Be there.
and then December 3rd, Dylan's stomping grounds, Portchester,
Portchester. Oh yeah, I used to hit it hard.
the Capitol
Portchester.
Theater, Portchester. That's,
Oh yeah.
that's your spot.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have to pull an Ocean's 11 here, and like one of you
No,
guys,
we're
We're
to
gonna
step
go
up
out
and
to
buy
Pat's
200
Hubba
tickets.
Hubba afterwards for some chili hot
We're
dogs.
gonna sell tickets. I think hopefully we made ourselves kind of clear today that we need people that are coming to go out and buy their tickets now. And then lastly, covered the shows. And then, by the way, this is our 99th episode. So our next episode, which we're going to cover season 3, episode 12, Sorry Ari, will close season 3A.
And
And
then
that will be our 100th episode.
And aren't we going to do a little live thing with
And then we're going to do a little
Fireside?
fireside, which we'll talk about.
Okay.
So
It's Mark Cuban's new app. Everyone should download it now because we're going to go live on it. And
We're gonna go live.
Dylan
Really?
Live is quite.
Dylan,
an
you know-
adventure.
Oh, I could say anything, man.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
we're going to do this thing on Fireside, and we're going to do a live video of us watching
Nice
the
of you
episode.
to ask me.
Well, when we watch the episode, when we're watching season 3, episode 12,
Yeah.
we're gonna.
Oh, actually, I
we're gonna
think-
live stream.
I
so
think-
we're gonna sit there and watch and
Yeah,
talk
like
about
we-
stuff.
yeah, of
But are we
course.
gonna pause at times?
we're gonna do
Can I,
whatever.
as long as we're on the mic, can I tell you something, Dylan? I think I'm in trouble because I think I wasn't supposed to spring this on you because we like to tell you things last minute. So you
Yeah,
don't
well, you're
stress
telling
about
me
it.
right now for the first time.
Yeah, I
so
think I
that's
fucked
nice.
up. He's giving me the look like, yo.
No. I'm saying what we always do when we sit. We're doing nothing different. We're gonna watch
And-
the episode.
but
we're gonna
live?
watch-
Anyway,
so all
we'll be
right,
back.
well, that'll be it. But November 20th, the Paramount Theater, Huntington, Long Island. Let's take it out.
Please
Take us
buy
home,
your
Doug.
tickets now.
Be there.
That wraps up another episode of Victory the Podcast. I am Doug Ellen, who has been banned from Instagram.
Shadowbanned Ellen.